social media addiction. I didn't really give too much thought of it. What really got my attention is this guy out of India. So this young guy makes this, what sounds like a silly game. It was called Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird. This game takes off. Like, it is a big hit. It is such a hit, and so many people love this game that according to Business Insider in 2014, this game was making $50,000 a day. That is $18,250,000 a year. Big hit! I would die to have that kind of income in my business. But you see, what intrigues me is this guy pulls Flappy Bird from the market, stating the following, according to Business Insider. Flappy Bird was designed to play in a few minutes when you are relaxed, but it happened to become an addictive product. I think it has become a problem. To solve that problem, it's best to take down Flappy Bird. It's gone forever. No more Flappy Bird. Of course, what happens next blew me away even more, and that's when the news reached everybody that Flappy Bird is gone. You can no longer get your Flappy Bird. I really want to play this game. Like, at this point, I really want to play this game. What happens next? Old phones that contain Flappy Bird immediately hit eBay with the highest bidder being $90,900 because the freaking phone has Flappy Bird. Like, this is how addicted people are to Flappy Bird. And it is at this point that I surmise two things. One is that this social media addiction thing is much bigger than I ever realized, possibly as big as the 2020 toilet paper addiction, which is saying a lot. And number two, unless I'm missing something here, this guy sucks at the whole business profit development thing. Let me ask you, would you turn down $18.25 million a year because the product your business produces is too big a hit in the market? I wouldn't. I would die to have that kind of money. Oh my God. One time, just 1 year of making $18 million, I would be set for life. You know why? Because I know how to budget my money. But would I turn down another 18 million or more the next year? No. You know how many charities you could help with $18 million revenue. Like, that is insane. And I'm truly trying to understand this. So if you guys have some input, please comment below. I liken this to like Pizza Hut releasing a new phenomenal pizza that tastes so good, which by the way they did, and this is not a sponsored post. We just happened to try it last week, and it was a meatless pizza that has this like fake sausage meat on it. Oh my God, it's so good. Mwah. It is so good. I couldn't tell the difference. I thought it, as a matter of fact, I think it tasted better than the regular sausage. And I'm a meat eater. But it's like Pizza Hut putting out this amazing pizza. It's such a hit with the population that everybody and their neighbor is coming to try this pizza. And Pizza Hut suddenly feels a whole bunch of guilt because they're making so much money and maybe people are getting addicted to this pizza. Maybe we should pull the product. Maybe we should help people lay off for a little while. I am truly trying to understand. But would you, if you made a product and you're making $50,000 a day sitting at the comfort of your own home, would you seriously feel guilt over the fact that people love your game? I don't get it. I don't get it. And that brings me to my whole point. I was listening to Joe Rogan. Get my bulletproof coffee. Thank you, Dave Asprey. I love you. I've never met the guy, but I aim to interview him. Yes, I am on to this bulletproof coffee thing. I'm on a roll. So yes, this brings me to an episode of Joe Rogan that I was watching this morning where he has a book author on and he's talking about social media addiction. And they were talking about a study. They referenced a study that took a poll to ask young people, would you rather break a finger or have your phone broken? of which the vast majority said they would rather break a finger than break their phone. Hello. Which is sad to say, but I'd probably say the same thing. The only exception was, is it my finger that I use for my phone? Because if it's another finger, I can give up the finger versus suffering a broken phone. This still kind of makes sense to me because if you think about it, a huge percentage of my entire income is made on my phone. It's as if I was in the 1800s and you were to ask me, would you rather lose your gold coin, which is roughly today worth about $2,000, or would you rather just have a broken finger? Well, of course you're going to say a broken finger because, I mean, that's your living right there. That's your income, which is pretty well the same price that I paid for this phone. Oh yeah, feel the rush. Bulletproof, it's the way to go. Not a sponsor, but you should be. Which, to go along with this, I was watching a Christmas movie with Jordan last night. We've been on this whole Christmas movie kick. Hello, raise your hand, comment below how many love Christmas movies. How many are enjoying the decorations? We've started early. We're like, screw it, we're happy, we're enjoying this thing, we're going to put up our decorations. Anyway, so we're watching this movie, and there's this part with this teenage girl, and she's talking to an older lady who's a tow truck driver with tinfoil. Yes, she has a tinfoil hat on. It's a long story. You'll have to watch the movie. But anyway, so she's trying to explain to this older lady why her phone's so important to her. And this older woman's like, you don't need that thing. That thing means nothing. That thing means nothing. It's us out here, people, that means something. And she's like, do you understand that with this phone, I can launch satellites into space? With this phone, I can write essays. I can learn a second and third language. With this phone, I can make a six-figure income. I added that part because it's true. You can. You can do so many things with this phone. With this phone in 2020, you can still continue to have a job. You can still continue to connect with people around the globe when otherwise you would be stuck at home all alone and isolated. This phone is very powerful. Of course, ignore this one. It's cracked in the back. Long story. So help me understand if you have some input on this or you have struggled with social media addiction. But the way I'm looking at this whole social media addiction thing, personally, I see my phone as a tool. It's a tool. It's a resource that I can use to either better my life or make my life miserable. It's like your car. A car can be a great thing, but to the person that's just had a tragic motor vehicle accident, it's like it just ruined their life. Had they walked, maybe they'd be alive today. So I'm kind of looking at this like two sides of the same coin. Is it all in how you use social media that makes the difference? Are you allowing the tool to make you a slave, or are you using the tool to empower your life and free up your time so that you can spend that with family? We've been through the whole thing of you're sitting down with family and you're browsing Facebook, right? If we're watching a movie, I put my phone away and we focus on the movie. If I am browsing Facebook, I am constantly in dialogue with everybody in the room about the crazy Facebook posts that I was seeing. So my experience with social media has been so positive and uplifting. And so it was such a culture shock to me to see others struggling with it so much. But then again, as Joe Rogan said in his podcast this morning, he's a disciplined person. And he doesn't seem to have a problem with it. He browses Facebook, hits posts, tosses the phone aside, whatever. Maybe it's just because I am such a disciplined person. Maybe it's just easier for me to say no. So I don't know. I ask you a question. What do you think about this whole social media addiction? Have you struggled with it? What is your story? Is social media a good thing? I mean, is all of this technology all in how you use it? Is it a tool to better our lives? Or is it a ploy from those behind the curtains to oppress the people and play up to I was gonna say Big Daddy. Oh God. Play up to Big Daddy. Yes, that's it. Big business. Is this all a marketing ploy or does it make your life easier? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, just a side note, I kind of like the fact that my phone listens to me at certain times. When I'm in a conversation with somebody, it's like, I'm really craving pizza for dinner tonight. Let's just have a cheat night and get something good. And then all of a sudden, I get this special deal within minutes from Pizza Hut pop up on my phone. At first, it kind of creeped me out. But then again, that's how I found the meatless sausage, non-sausage pizza that we enjoyed over a movie the other day. And it was really nice and it made my life a lot simpler. So tell me what you think. Love you guys.